Recording in progress.
Good morning, good morning. We did it. We made 40 days of springtime. Coming through it all. Cheryl, you're being mobbed. So good. So we finish with the Upanishads, which is this is an incredible translation and commentary. I'm thinking about the way in which every day we would practice and we would come to land in the original you. And really, what is that we're landing in, and how is it that we land there with a certainty, and then throughout the day it seems to get away, and then occasionally we land there and it's sort of a surprise, look what we found, and yet it's always there, it's always ours. And the Upanishads are very, very interested in this understanding of the self, and that the self is a momentary expression of the infinite, but there's no separation, and that our practice is to gather and reconnect the individual and the infinite. Bright but hidden, the self dwells in the heart. Everything that moves, breathes, opens and closes lives in the self. She is the source of love and may be known through love, but not through thought. She is the goal of life. Attain this goal. The shining self dwells hidden in the heart. Everything in the cosmos, great and small, lives in the self. She is the source of life, truth beyond the transience of this world. She is the goal of life. Attain this goal. And there was just this one tiny little piece. The effulgent self, effulgent being something that radiates goodness or joy. The effulgent self, who is beyond thought, shines in the greatest, shines in the smallest, shines in the furthest, shines in the nearest, and shines in the secret chamber of the heart. And so when we move ourselves, we come into contact with this truth of this shining self that's always residing within us. And just attain that goal. That's what we've done. We've stayed with it over time, with duration, with attention. You are so remarkable in your spring practice, so thank you. And that's truly the original you, is the access, this experience of this shining, just extraordinary, good, radiant self, an expression of all things in all things. And so there we go. And we will see you. And we will start on our backs. You need a strap. So we start with a strap. And giving yourself a moment to determine, what is it that I am practicing for? What am I expanding? What am I freeing? That a practice without an intention, a ship without direction. And so as you set yours, I set mine. Even as you lie on your back, even as you roll side to side, especially as you just notice yourself, what's needed, what's present, what's required. A great conclusion, a time of kindness, a time of light, a time of community. May we know that the actions we take this morning are actions that bless the world. May we understand our sovereignty and our influence. May we carry them forward kindly and fully. May we land back on our mat the next time, ready to begin again. Thank you so much for coming along with this. And so we blow out our candle, but the light remains. On your back, knees to your chest, a little bit side to side. And then bring your right knee in and your left leg long and your left heel up and down. So today we'll do a full 11 minutes of the breath of 10, and then we'll do our full original U, and then we'll sit. So our asana won't be quite as long today. Inhale up, exhale down. And the left heel down and the left hand overhead, and just stand. And let the right knee explore, widening right, gathering into center. Checking in, noticing what's sticking, what's catching. Into the middle and back out. And then pause with the right knee falling wide, the left leg strong, the left side strong. And back into the center and change sides, interlacing over the left shin. Right leg up and down. Inhale up, exhale down. And the right heel stays down and the right hand goes overhead, and you stand through the heel and you open through the hand. Roll your ankles open and close your toes. And then let the left knee explore to the left and come back into center. And pause with the knee wide for a moment and really just drop into the right side. And back into the center, hands on shins, both in, and then both out, hands wide. There's an open, and then hands to shins, there's a closing, opening, and closing. It can be light and small. You can keep your head down. You can go one leg at a time, or you can lift your head, shoulders reaching past your heels. Noticing perhaps that you are more capable now than 40 days ago, that there's a momentum, and that when you get up on Monday morning, this is still available. So notice the progress your practice provides, and that gives you more determination. When the voices say, I don't want to get up and do this anymore, remember what you're capable of now for being in this over time. Ready? Up into the middle, left foot to the floor, right knee in. As you can, it might be bent or it might be straight, or the left leg might be straight. Lift your head, shoulders. We're going to change. Bend your knees as much as you need to. It might look like you're just bringing one knee in at a time. It might mean that you're straightening. And we'll just go 10 and 9. And maybe you get very crisp with your toes pointed and your navel to the floor, like there was an anchor across the navel and down. 8, 9, 10. Excellent. Put your feet flat, put your arms wide, and breathe into that space, into the navel. As though the self is in the navel, as though the self is in the inner organs, as though the self is in your hips and in your knees and in the day and in the sun. Shining in the greatest and the smallest, the nearest and the furthest. So draw your right knee into a great circle. Lift your foot off the floor. Explore where it can go, how it can go. Maybe you extend your leg and point your toes. And then you reverse by bending your knee and reverse circle. And extend your leg as you can. Good. Changing sides, left knee circles. And the left leg extends. Keeping the navel anchored, that movement you made when you were going one leg at a time, keep it strong. Reverse. Maybe the knee, maybe the toes. Good. And now adding your strap, put it right over the arch of your right foot. And catch hold, one hand on either side. Bend your elbows wide, bring your knee down, and then press. If you need to let the strap out, find a different grip. So when you extend, you're holding the strap. And as you exhale, your elbows wide and your knee comes down. And as you inhale, press into the strap and let it straighten and open the arms. Bend your knee. And they're working against each other. You're pushing into the strap and you're pulling the foot down. So there's a little bit of resistance. 3. Good. And 2. One more time. Bring your knee down. And just give it a moment right there, softening your right knee toward the floor. And then extending up and out. Put both straps into your right hand. Left arm goes wide. Right heel widens. You can prop your right elbow to the floor, perhaps let your heel come a little forward. Work right there, feeling to the inner edge of your left heel, the base of your right big toe, lengthening the inner knee, the inner groin. And all the way up and a little bit across the center line, and then a little bit open. And a little bit across the center line to find the outer hip, outer shoulder, and a little bit open. And do that one more time. A little bit across, through the shoulder, all the way into the toes. Good, changing sides. So strap over the arch of the left foot, extend the leg, hold the straps. Bend your elbows wide and drop your left knee toward the floor. And then press into your foot. This is inhale. Exhale, widen. And then inhale, press. So you're rinsing out through the hamstring, all the way through the back of the knee, all the way through the Achilles tendon and into the fascia of the feet. And then keep the left knee down a moment. Press into the left heel. Both straps go into the left hand. Your right arm goes wide, and the left leg opens. Reach into the inner left heel and the ball of your left foot so that you can feel the inner knee and the inner thigh. All the way across to your right fingertips. And then across through the center line, and then opening out. And across through the center line, and a little bit open. And one more time, come across, pause a beat, extend into the outer edge of your heel now. The outer edge of your left hip away, outer shoulder, and into the center, and let go. So knees to your chest, shake out your feet, and you'll roll right up into your downward facing dog. And we'll head into our moon salutes. Always having something a little new in our sequence and always having something a little familiar. And the familiarity gives us a measure. How is it different from yesterday? How are we changing? And the novel activity is continuing to teach our body and our mind to move differently, to be ready for the unexpected. Knees down, hips to heels, fold back, and take your hands back. And then reach up tall. Take your time. If you need to lift your hips here, go for it. And then sweep wide and down. The first round is slow. And draw yourself through. Inhaling, opening, widening your legs. rolling a little on the pelvis, through the chest, making your way. And downward facing dog. A breath. Knees soften, hips high, arms long, drop your head. Let each pose change you. Right foot steps up, lunging first, heel back, heart forward, hands on blocks if they're needed. And then knee to the floor and hands high. Look up and wide down. Step up. Sweep wide, sit down, heart up, stand up. Palms together and down the back. Tuck your chin, elbows in, and then reach up and open. And wide and down. Right foot takes you back. Lunging with the left. And knee to the floor, hands wide. And down. Stepping back, downward facing dog. A breath. Knees soft, arms long, chest broad. High plank and to the floor. Feet widen, heart high. A little roll down and up. So that from your cobra, you can bend your knees and hips to heels in child's pose and feel how the child is different from your beginning. Hands back, heart up, lift up, look up. And sweep wide, reach out, child again. Draw through, heart up, chest broad, and downward facing dog. Left foot steps up, lunging first, and then knee down, hands wide, reach, and widen to fold. Step up, sweep wide, sit down, thumbs up, heart up, stand up, lift up, look up, and down the back, folding in, and reach up, and reach wide, and fold in left foot, lunge, and left knee and hands high, and down. Step back, down dog. Excellent. High plank and to the floor. Widen your feet, lift your heart. And child. And so now we move. Your pace, your body, listen to what works or serves you. Draw back, lift up, rise up. And then sweep back down. Coming forward and through is an inhale, reach up. Press back, downward facing dog. Right foot steps up, lunge. Left knee down and reach. And fold. Stepping up. Sweep wide, sit down, thumbs up, heart up, stand up, palms together, down the back. And then let go, reach up. And down. And right foot steps back and right knee down and hands up high. Look up, follow your thumb. And down. Step back, down dog. High plank to the floor. Cobra. And child. Draw back, heart up, hands up, look up. And then sweep forward. And draw through. Inhaling, opening. And exhaling down. And the left foot steps. And the right knee down and the hands up high. And fold. And step up. And reach wide and sit down and thumbs up and heart up and palms together and down the back. And reach up, look up, and widen out to fold. Left foot will step back, a lunge, a knee down, hands wide, reach up, look up, palms up, and down the back. Look up, and fold. Step back, downward facing dog. And high plank to the floor. Peel open. And child. Hands, knees to dog. Good. Walk your feet to your hands and get your blocks so that they're up ahead of you. And take your hands to your hips and unfold and sweep wide. Hold opposite elbows for a moment and feet are under your hips. Go a little to the right and up and over and a little to the left. Up and over. And then the hips start to sway. Seeing as though you could stand between two plates of glass. Right? Good. Find center. Bend your right hand. Put it down your back. Left hand holds the right elbow up. And a little left. And a little right. And then stay. Leaning a little to the left. Loosening your chin. Anchor into your right heel. Good. Right hand high. So the left hand goes behind you. The right hand holds your left elbow. Go up and go to the right and go to the left. Anchor into your left heel. And from the left heel, reach your elbow to the right. Little shimmy. Loosen it up. So when you release your hands up and wide and down, there's a length, right? So we'll turn. Right foot steps to the front and left heel steps back. And the heels are on two separate lines. And they're only about 3 or 4 feet apart. Your left hand goes wide, thumb down. And take the left hand to the mid-back. Right hand high. And as you come forward, notice where you need to have the block. So you're bringing the floor up to meet you. I've done the opposite hand. Right hand behind you. Back of the hand to the spine, left hand up, and fold down. And so we're setting ourselves up. Do you need a block? Do you need two? Do you need simply to go to the floor? And then drop your head, folding in. This will be exhale. Push into the front foot to lift all the way up, to lift up, to look up. Hips are square. And we go. Exhale, fold, navel to spine, hand to block, hand to floor, head down. And inhale, rise. In and up. All the way out of the left heel, all the way forward and down. 2. One more time. Rise up, reach up. And then reach the left hand forward. Hand to block. Head down. Hugging your inner thighs towards each other. Reaching out of the hips into the feet. Reaching from the tail to the crown. And bring your left hand back and underneath your left shoulder. So if you have a block, bring the block under your left shoulder so you can revolve and bring the right hip back and bring the right hand high and over the top and then back towards your right hip looking down, up and over looking up. And it might be really sticky. So be kind. And your shoulder may mean that you're out in front, and that's fine. You're working towards it, going straight up and pause. Turn your palm to the front. Use the left hand to roll your right ribs open. Draw your fingertips apart. Look down, set down. Step your left foot up. Bring your hands to your hips. Sit down, stand up, and pause. Right hand high. Right hand down your back. Left hand holds your elbow. And again, go to the left. Weight into your right heel and open up that right hip. And then center, letting go, wide right hand, bend your right knee and catch the top of your foot. 3, 2, setting down, might fall down, that's fine. Step your right foot back. So your feet are 3 to 4 feet apart. Your block is to the right side. So if you were 1 block or 2 blocks or the floor, set it up. Left hand, thumb down to the mid back. Right hand high, squaring off your hips and then reaching forward. Hinging at the hips, the temptation is to round and instead use the block to give yourself some leverage so that the hinge is crisp, and then lift up and look up. Reach all the way out and down. Feeling from the sole of your foot up through the back of the left leg. Reach up. Keep your hips square. Right hip is tracking forward. Right hand high and all the way out to stay. To stay. For 3. Allowing the right arm to be long, allowing the head and the neck to drop towards the floor, the spine opens. And bring your right hand back beneath you, underneath the right shoulder, rotating the left shoulder open and left hand high. Reach over the top, hips back. Reach over and back and down. And just sweep through the shoulder joint. Sweep through until you can pause with your left hand high, turn at the navel, into the feet, broaden the chest. 2. Reach forward, over, down. Support yourself, soften the front legs, step up, and stand tall. So hands up high, left hand down your back, right hand holds the elbow, go up, and go a little to the right so that you're opening the fold of that left hip. And all the way up and around. Getting your strap again. Have the strap the width that you can. Come up and over the shoulders without changing your expression or gritting your teeth or popping one shoulder ahead of the other. And if that's not possible, if your shoulders are just too tight today, then no strap and sweep your hands forward and sweep your hands back. And that's usually what Adam does. Your shoulders, sometimes the stronger you are, the more limited your range can be. Here, tuck your chin, round your back. Up and open through the chest and round the back. Excellent. 3. 2. Good. And as you come up to the top, reach up, drop your hands to the right, swing across, and make a circle. Get the openings where they are needed. And reverse your direction. For 3. For 2. And 1. All the way up at the top, bring your hands down the back and wrap your hands in just one time so your hands are hip distance. Sit your seat down. This will be exhale. Lift your hips as you fold down, hands overhead. Inhale. Sit your hands down, sit your seat down, and inhale up. And exhale down. Lift your hips, fold over. And exhale, sit down. Inhale up. And exhale down. Inhale over. And exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale, sit. One more. Inhale over to stay. And let it move a little side to side, opening through the shoulders. Drop your head, knees are soft. And hands come down. Release the strap as you sit down. Let your heels go wide and let your knees move from side to side. Starting with the ankles so that there's a softening. And then from the ankles, attending to the outer knees. And from the outer knees, lift the chest, that opening you made with the strap, lift it up. And add the hands, sweep across and up, open, and sweep across. Good. 3. Yep. 2. Find center and let your legs go out and shake out your feet side to side. And it might be here where you add a bit of your seat so you have a little bit of height. You can see if that works for you. Heels are loose, knees are soft, and usually a little bit lifted, right? So interlace your fingers, flex your feet like you're standing on the wall, and using the legs. Let's just finish out with a little bit all the way through the body, as though you were stirring. And if you don't need the knees bent, you can explore. Just finding some momentum. For 3. And for 2. Good. And reverse. So this circling through the seat, open the inner thighs, the inner heels, the way we did on our back with the strap. We have opened the legs significantly today, the inner lines, the outer lines. And let the legs open, allow you to make a cross-legged seat that feels clear and steady. The outer, the inner. And now bring that circle in a little bit more. In reverse, bringing your attention in a little bit more and remembering the breath of 10. We'll go in the nose 5 times. We'll go out the mouth 5 times. Pause. Go a little forward and back, forward and back. And as you go forward and back, you're establishing your seat. Move through the pelvis and let the pelvis move your heart. Inhale up, exhale down, so that you can feel how the movement of the body is supporting the movement of your breath. And then change the breath so that it's in, out, 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 out. In the nose, out the mouth. One more. So that will be our rhythm. Notice. Be a effulgent self, that which radiates joy and goodness. Any last setup? Adjust your seat. You can do this in a chair. Adjust your temperature. And then rubbing the palms, finding the space. What was that intention? May we know the self with fullness and joy and kindness. 5 in, 5 out. When you get lost, sit tall. Come back to your intention. In, 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 in. Out, 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 out. 3 minutes. One more time. Interlace your fingers, pressing out. In, 2, 3, 4. Pause. You see if you can catch it. Ride that ride. Out. And in. And pause. And out. And in. Eyes closed. Pause. Heart up. Chin in. Release the chin, breathing out. Organize it. Organize it. There might be a lot of energy. Breathing in. Heart up, chin in, pause. Be so still. And out. Smooth it out. Breathing in. To pause. To exhale. To inhale. To pause. To exhale. Continue. Adding on the cannon breath, breathing in to hold, heart up, chin in, arms strong, mouth and O out, breathing in to pause, blowing out, breathing in. When we've been seated a while. So if it's better, hop up and sit on the edge of a chair or a couch. So the spine is tall. Kind with yourself. Kind with yourself, emanating joy and goodness. Adding on as you can. Pausing the breath and pumping the belly. And breathing out. So it may look with your legs out, your arms pressed out. Perfect. Breathe there. And pause there and move your belly. Even if it isn't pumping, you can move the abdomen and then breathe out. Kind and good. Keep it going. You got 30 seconds. One more time. Inhale up and around. And close the last 3 fingers in with your thumb. Point the first finger up and go away. And just move it through you. However it went, whatever is going on, the hint of a smile, just distributing energy from the navel in all directions. Long, deep breathing. You can flutter your lips. You can make as much noise as you like. So that no matter if it was easy or it was challenging, if you, it all shakes loose. Coming back to the original you. No stories, no judgments, no expectations. 20 seconds, here we go. Like we're getting ready, we're winding up a rocket to launch it off. Out the back, out the elbows, the fingertip moves. Last breath. And reach wide and reach high. Inhale it up. Pause. Be so tall. Little wriggle. Up, up, up. And reach wide and down and pause. Just notice shining in the greatest, the smallest, the nearest, the furthest. I am this, and I reside in my knowing of myself as a being of light and truth and love, feeling the change in your state, feeling what is revealed. And for today, come lie down. The last 4 minutes, just lie down and be at complete ease and allow what we've done simply to circulate, simply to move through us. Invite a quality of settling. If there's any agitation from the breath, deepen and lengthen your exhalation. And with the exhalation, just settle. Feeling the weight of your heels on the floor and your head on the floor and your hips on the floor. Returning to the body, the bones, so that there's no agitation. You may stay as long as you like or deepening your breathing. Again, inviting a quality of exhalation, a quality of settling, of return. Your feet come in, hold your knees the way we began. Make your way to your seat. And sweep wide and reach high. Just one long sat short nam. I am this. Thumbs to the forehead, center the body upright. Inhale. Sat Nam. Sat Nam, I see myself. Namaste, I see you. And so we are. You are welcome to unmute yourself and tell me what you will take with you from your 40 days. You did it.
Thank you, Martha.